Life is a video game. 10 years ago, I was in my grandparents' attic playing Skyrim, FIFA, Call of Duty for 12 hours a day. And now I'm in my villa in Bali building my 7-figure business. And I know you see one of these cringe rags to riches stories every week on the internet, and you're probably sick of them too. But if you're an internet kid or a gamer and you want to build something for yourself, I've been there, I feel you. This is my story, and you might get some value out of this. I was born and raised in Florida, and we lived in like maybe 10 different places, apartments, houses. At one point we even moved back in with my grandparents. I shared the attic space with my brother, my uncle. I never really understood what financial issues meant. When I was 8 years old, my parents surprised me and my brother with matching Game Boy SPs, with Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. We used to stay up so late that we would hide the Game Boys under our pillows. One summer I broke my ankle. I stayed in there for 3 months straight and just grinded Skyrim, GTA, Call of Duty. I always had a different game console. I had GameCube, Dreamcast, Xbox Original, Xbox 360. It was the way that our parents spoiled us. They were always struggling financially, but my parents never actually showed it. They always seemed to have it under control. And that's something I've taken into business. When I moved up north, I remember my daily routine being wake up, play Nintendo DS, go to school, go to basketball or football practice, come home, and then play for another 4 or 5 hours. And that's when I kind of realized that video games were such a passion of mine, but it wasn't that it was just a video game. It was the way that you were able to level up, be whoever you want to be, build your character, build your skills, explore. All of those things, they excited me. Gaming was always an escape for me. I think it filled a bit of an insecurity growing up around people who just had more money than our family. If I played Minecraft, I could build a big house. If I played Skyrim, I could build the best character. If I played FIFA or Call of Duty, I could be better than everyone. As I got to college, I still couldn't shake this feeling that all I wanted to do was game. I always had this craving for challenge, to challenge myself. So I joined the military when I was 19. I went and tried to just challenge myself physically, mentally. I joined the Army National Guard, and I went there thinking that's where I was gonna get to my next level. And in many ways I did. I hit a new level physically. I've never been in better shape in my entire life. Mentally, I became more of a leader. I became more resilient, stronger, fiercer. And it was during my training that's where I discovered online business. A friend of mine actually introduced day trading to me, and it was the first time I've ever seen this whole internet money thing. It felt like a video game, kind of like just randomly making money come out of thin air. Me and my friend always joked that it was like the infinite money glitch. All I could ever think about was online business from those days on. I tried dozens of businesses. I tried affiliate marketing. I tried high ticket sales. I tried drop shipping, e-commerce, marketing, every little thing. I was just trying to find something for some quick cash. And that's where I inevitably got it wrong, which I'll get to later. If you don't know, the National Guard in a lot of states pays for your college tuition. So I didn't have to worry about student loans anymore. And I also got paid while I was doing this, so I was able to reinvest money and have stability and still be able to eat and not starve while I try and risk it all to go in business. I went through the phase that everyone goes through.
I'm gonna make Monday morning my bitch.
I bought all of the books. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, 4-Hour Work Week, Crushing It by Gary Vee, and I posted them all on my Instagram story, obviously. I remember I started posting on Instagram saying that time is money, and although it was cringe, I think it's all part of the journey that we all go through. And during the next 3 years of school, it was the same routine over and over and over. Every time my bank account hit zero, I would go to the Army, get a long contract, make some money, reinvest it into business, and then hit zero again. And it was just an endless cycle, but I never gave up because I knew that someday I was gonna hit the jackpot. I signed a 6-year contract, so deep down I knew I was on a time limit. I had exactly 6 years, and at this time it was only 3 years left to figure it out. It was a ticking time bomb. I needed to make it work before this contract ended, or else I was gonna have to go and get a real job. By the end of my contract, I was 25 years old, and my parents aren't gonna let me live with them forever. And in 2020, after all of these ups and downs, that's when COVID hit, and I was pretty much forced to dial in. I spent probably half of my days gaming and the other half on online business, and to me it was just kind of looping together and blending in as one big game. And this is where I started to make the realization that business is just a game. And I was really just dialing in on making internet money because we were just locked inside. And I remember that following summer making my first $5,000 a month drop shipping, and it was incredible. In 2021, I decided to move myself to New York City. I don't even know why I did that, but just to like challenge myself. And naturally I fell back into old habits, trying to go big again on something else because I was just rotating that money into another venture, thinking I was gonna hit it big on the next big shiny thing. I think internet kids like me suffer from overstimulation. We go on TikTok and YouTube and we're always looking for the next big dopamine hit. And there's a flip side to that because as internet kids, we have a huge advantage. We're native on social media, we're native on the internet, and we know what goes viral, we know what works, We know how people think, and we have something that the older generation does not have. And I remember in summer 2022, I was already spending 6 to 8 hours a day on Twitter, and I realized that I'm on Twitter more than anybody. I've had my Twitter account since 2011 in 7th grade. And I know what goes viral, I know what works, I know how accounts grow. I can turn this into a business and turn my hobby into my work. I just took the routine that I was already doing, mindlessly scrolling on Twitter, and I realized that I could just do that for my clients. And that's when I decided to start a Twitter ghostwriting agency. And to replace gaming, I turned this into my main quest line, and the money was just how I kept score, and it was the way I was building coins. And I think any kid can do this now. If you're an internet kid and you're scrolling TikTok all day, you inherently know what goes viral. You know what people are thinking because you're reading comments. You can easily go and start a TikTok agency. If you're on YouTube all day and you're watching Mr. Beats, Iman Gadzi, FaZe Rug, you're watching all these people go viral, instead of consuming their content, you can now just learn to create their content. Go and learn to be a YouTube editor. Go and create YouTube videos for other people. Replace gaming with business. If you play Minecraft and you like to build houses, you'll like business because you can build the business and build a team around it. If you like GTA and you like driving around in nice cars, go do business and buy a nice car. Level up your skills in real life. Do different quests in real life and build something in reality. The biggest life hack that I discovered is that I tricked my brain into thinking that life is a video game. There was one vital ingredient that I was missing the entire time, and that was the ability to focus on one thing. It was just like a video game. You can't just go and try to level up every skill at the same time. You gotta grind one thing at a time. So I decided that this is where I'm going to get level 100 in one thing, and it's gonna take me to being a millionaire. So late 2022, I finally hit my first 10K a month with business. By December 2022, I was already at 20K a month. Early in 2023, I hit 30, 40, and then eventually 50K a month. And we're still going to this day. And it's not all pretty. When I started, I got hyper obsessed with business the same way I did with gaming. And I cut a lot of people out of my life that I don't think I should have cut out. Nobody's perfect, and you make so many mistakes along the way. And that's why I started this channel, to help someone that maybe was in a position that I was. If I could even cut off a year, 2 years, or even that time in half that it takes for you to succeed, that would be a success for me. If any of this resonates with you and you want to make something better for your life, subscribe to this channel and we'll make more content like this.